Welcome to Learn Tutorials. Today I'll be showing you a quick and easy way to create water in Blender. The method I'll be showing you allows you to view the product in real time. So first you're going to open up Blender, select General. We're going to delete the default cube by selecting it, clicking X and delete. Now we'll click Shift A to add Mesh and Plane. We're going to scale that up. This is going to be our water. It'll be just the surface of the water, so you won't be able to see anything underneath it. So you go Tab to go into edit mode, right click and subdivide. Now that's created one subdivision going either way. Down here on this drop down menu, select the number of cuts. I'm going to change it to 50. You can change it to whatever you think your computer can handle. The higher, the better. Now we're going to go back to object mode. You can either go top left or select tab. And then you're going to go over here to the physics properties. Select that. And we're going to select dynamic paint. Then after that, where it says type, make sure it says canvas. Under the settings, select add canvas. Then we're going to scroll down. And under surface, you want to change the surface type to waves. And that'll be it for now for over here. Now we're going to click Shift A to add mesh, and I'm going to create an icosphere. This way we have something to interact with the water. Click G to grab, Z to move on the Z axis, move it up a little bit so we can see it. Also under the physics properties, we're going to click dynamic paint as well while the icosphere is selected. Select dynamic paint, change the type from canvas to brush, click add brush. The brush is what's going to be able to interact with the canvas, being the water. The bottom where it says source, under where it says paint, you want to make sure it's selected to mesh volume. And then you can move this around in the water to interact with it. So now all you gotta do is click the spacebar to play the animation while you move your object around the water. This is a way to create a real-time water in Blender. So now we're going to add a texture to this water. So you're going to select the water, go to the material properties, go to new, and before you do anything else, if you want to see what you're doing, you can click this shading tab. It'll kind of add some light to the scene and you can see what the colors you're looking at. Now up here where it says surface, you're going to change that to glass. It'll create a very glossy surface. And you're going to lower the roughness down to 0. Now if you move this icosphere around now, while the animation is moving, you can see the water is moving. Now you'll notice it's very blocky. So if you click on the water plane, right click it, click shade smooth, it'll fix that problem for you. It'll look almost exactly like water. Now something else I like to do, I don't like to leave the color as blank, how it is like clear. So I always change it to be a little bit blue. I think it makes it look a little bit more realistic. Now if you want to control how the water moves, make it move a little slower or faster, you can select the plane, go back to the physics tab, scroll down, and under the surface you can see where it says speed, dampening, and spring. Those will be the three main ones. So the speed will be how fast the water moves. So if you lower it, the water will be slow, or if you speed it up, the water will be way faster. I'm going to lower it down for now to like 0.8. And then if you move the dampening up, it'll make the water move slower and not go as far. But if you move the spring down, it'll also move a little bit slower. So you can move the spring up, it'll bounce more. If you lower it down, it'll bounce less. So when you move it through the animation, it'll move more like that, instead of bouncing as high as it usually does. So that's the basics of how to create this water. But then you can go a little bit farther and you can add particles to to create a rain effect. So we're gonna Shift D to duplicate the plane, move it up on the Z-axis. We are going to delete the material for now and go back to the properties, the physics properties. You're going to change the type from canvas to brush. Click Add Brush. Now you go over here and let's create a particle system in the particle tabs. Click the Add Particles. And now it's not interacting with the water at all. So what you can do is go back to the physics tab, change the paint type from mesh volume to a particle system. And then on the top, you need to change to which particle system you want. I'm just going to select that particle system we created, and it'll create raindrops. And if you want to look under the water, a little bit farther, you can, we'll create a monkey. So first we're going to stop this. We're going to hide the particle system. We're going to go Shift A to add, select Mesh, and Monkey, G to Z. Now, even if you want a rendered view, you can't see the monkey. So what we're going to do is create a light source first. We're going to change this light source to a sun. We're going to make it a little bit yellow, because that's how I like it. And then change the strength down to 50. That way you get some light, otherwise you won't be able to see all the way through it. Now all you have to do now is, instead of being an Eevee, when you're ready to render this, you go to your render property, change it from Eevee to cycles, and that'll let you see through the water that you created. I'm going to go back down to Eevee. But that is how you create water in Blender, version 2.9. If you enjoyed the video, learned something, please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.